Okay, so this is how to get your DJI Mic Mini set up from looking like this to looking something like this. Huh? That is so cool! It's wireless now! Hey guys, DDT over here, and I just wanted to quickly show you this really cool setup. Look at that! So now the DJI Mic Mini can be used wirelessly with your Sony camera. There's no need for a 3.5mm cable, and I love it. It's just so much more hassle-free. I know a lot of people knew that the Mic 2 can actually do this, so let me show you. This is the Mic 2 camera adapter, and it looks something like this, right? Like everybody knows about this. You can buy this for like $29, and it is a game changer for the Mic 2. But not a lot of people know that you can actually do the same thing with the Mic Mini with this camera adapter. It's called the DJI Mic Series camera adapter. I have no idea why it's called the Mic Series camera adapter, but it is for the Mic Mini. It's not marketed for the Mic Mini, but if you read on the overview, it does say connected to the Mic Mini. So after I found out about this, I just wondered why nobody was talking about this camera receiver adapter, and it's because it's just a very low-key product. So yeah, I'm here telling you about it. I hope you can go and research and read up about this because this is so cool. Like, look at this. It basically achieves the same effect as the one from the Mic 2. It does jot out a little bit more than I expected, but yeah, I would take the inconvenience of this tall chunk over here over having a cable any day. I love this so much, and what you can do now is basically very simply open up your Mic Mini case, right? And just take out your mic and just start recording wirelessly like this. It is so seamless, and you don't have to have a cable and just worry about misplacing the cable or having the cable in the way when you're trying to vlog. I'm just gonna break down quickly what this consists of. So this is basically the receiver plugged into this adapter over here by USB-C. So it's not the same as the Mic 2 one where it's using the pins of your DJI Mic Mini, but basically what you do is you use the USB-C adapter that comes with the Mic Mini when you purchase it, put it in like this, and instead of having the DJI sign upwards, you flip it upside down, plug it into this hole over here, like this, and perfectly sort of rests on the Mic Series adapter, not Mic Mini adapter, but Mic Series adapter. Yeah, I just don't know why they didn't name it Mic Mini adapter, because this is obviously made for the Mic Mini, or it seems like. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I mean, I think it's pretty seamless, but there is one caveat, which is that it doesn't fall flush. I don't know if you can see, but look, there's a tiny little gap in between the receiver and the adapter. That bugs me out a little bit because when you start moving it, there's a little bit of play, a little bit of wiggle room here, and it's crazy because what that is actually the USB-C port. And I don't know how strong a USB-C port is, but yesterday somebody slammed into me right on my camera adapter like this. And that was super scary because I was just having my vlogging set up like outright like this, right? I was just holding onto my tripod, and then he just slammed into it, and it did start to wobble a little bit more than before he slammed into my camera receivers. Okay, there are a few pros and cons that I want to talk about in this setup. So the first pro, obviously no cables. The second one is when you turn it off, okay? So when you turn it off, when it's off, and you have your camera like this, and you turn it on, it turns on the receiver when you turn on your camera, so it's so much easier to then just pair up with the microphone. The con is, it takes a while. Look, there's no audio feed right now over here, not connected to my Mic Mini yet. I don't know why this happens. It's supposed to connect instantly. You could use the manual pairing button to speed up the process, but what I found out is that you just have to wait for a while and it connects. So I don't know why there's a little bit of a lag. I would obviously love for it to instantly pair. That way I could start vlogging in public whenever I'm trying to catch a moment. But yeah, it takes a while for it to connect. I don't know what that is about. I did realize, however, if you take everything fresh out of the box, it tends to be a lot faster. So if everything was in the box, if this was in a box and if this was in a box, and everything was just kept in the box, it is a little bit faster for you to just have your camera off, right? Take out everything. So when you take it out, this is being connected and paired already. So when you plug it in, it does seem to pair. Look at that. It does seem to pair instantly. So what this would look like on a normal daily basis is that I would just remove the receiver and place it into the box, the charging case. And this would be just the entire audio setup that I travel around with. It's super small and lightweight. This will just stay on my camera. Because if you were to remove this, then you would sort of have the pins exposed, and that is a little bit scary because I don't want to spoil this and not have it functional. So what I do is I use this. This is provided by DJI. When you buy this, it's just a rubber silicone protector. Looks like that. Okay, so basically you can store this wherever you want inside the carrying pouch that is provided from the DJI Mic Mini, or do what I do, which is I'll just keep it on my camera. See? Because I'm using the ZVE10 Mark II, they removed the viewfinder. So this sort of becomes like a fake viewfinder. It takes the spot of the viewfinder. Now it looks like I have a camera. But yeah, so it doesn't bother me too much and it doesn't wiggle, unlike the USB-C port. But yeah, it doesn't wiggle, so it does stay there very firmly. There's one thing that I wanna just briefly mention about as well. Okay, so if you have the receiver on your camera and you're not using the mic to shoot at all, so you're not filming with the mics, you just want raw audio from your camera, even though this is connected. One thing that really sucks, okay? You have audio completely cut off from you. You can't record audio from your camera simply when this is connected to your camera, because these are connecting points, right? You have to remove these for the mic on the camera to then operate again. So the moment you plug it in, it just disappears. Yeah, so I think it's because it's recognizing that you're trying to shoot from an external microphone, and yeah, I think that's totally valid. But what I don't understand is that why is it when you turn off the receiver? So yeah, that's another frustrating thing. It cannot turn off when your camera is on. I don't understand. I can't really quickly switch from a lav setup, a wireless mic setup, to a onboard camera microphone setup. I can't do that, right? What you have to do is then to just remove the entire thing, and this could then be powered off. You can't power it off when it's on the camera. It just doesn't make sense. If there's like a firmware update in the future, I would want it to power off and still be able to just rest on the entire setup while still giving me access to my onboard camera microphone, because right now there is no access to it unless I remove the entire thing. Plus, I can't even turn it off. It sucks. I'm going on a ramble here, but you get what I mean. Right, and the last amazing feature is simply that this is so much more affordable than buying the Mic 2. Because I had the Mic 2 from my Osmo Pocket 3. This is my Mic 2. This is just the transmitter. I do not have the receiver, right? So it doesn't make sense, because if I were to buy the receiver for the camera, they don't sell it just as a receiver. They sell it with a receiver and another one of these Mic 2 transmitters. And yeah, you'll be like, okay, just have this whole entire set, right? No, it doesn't come with the charging case, so you have to then buy the charging case separately, and then that charging case doesn't come with a carrying bag, so you have to buy the carrying bag separately. It just doesn't make sense. And also, this is just a tiny bit too huge for my liking. Whenever I clip it on, my shirt just sags forward. Not a good look. So I decided to buy the Mic Mini instead. But the number one problem with the Mic Mini for me back then was that there is no wireless option, and you have to use a 3.5 cable. With this Mic series camera adapter, you can. So if anyone else is in a similar situation, check out this Mic series camera adapter. I'll leave it linked down below. It's only $25 US, and the shipping was insane. It was 2 days. I got it in 2 days, like from placing my order, 2 days. Insane. Okay. Yeah, enough talking, enough rambling. Thank you for stopping by. Like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want. I don't care. No, wait, you know what? I do care a little.